It is the time after the update, which means we're gonna bust everything a myth, secret, and if you can ride raptors. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So the first myth on the list is if the guard spawner and the zombie spawner slash creature spawner are actually unlimited now. In the patch notes it says from 20 to unlimited, but unlimited doesn't always mean unlimited in Fortnite, so we're gonna try it out. Here we have the old limit, and now we just have to do a lot of copy and pasting to see if we can actually go as far as maybe filling the entire map, or at least the memory with all of these. We now have 40, 60. Well, at least we can place more than, I think this is probably about 200. So this one row here, all the green ones are 100, and then probably the other one is like another 100. So we can still go. So let's see if that actually is unlimited. And it starts to get a little bit laggy, so you might do not want to place that many actually down. Well, let's say like this. Jesus, I think unlimited actually means unlimited here. Let's actually have a quick look at how much FPS we actually still have. 15. I think the only thing that we now have to do is test if these actually all spawn. God, oh my god! They keep spawning! I think we can confirm that this one is true. We can actually spawn unlimited zombies now. Even though they have like a spawn radius around them, but they spawn. The next one on the list is you can move the item placer with the prop mover. And we actually tried this yesterday on stream with this little fishy over here, and we tried to move it. And as you can see, it doesn't move, which does give you the indicator that if you put an item into the item placer, like this one, for example, it doesn't obviously work, which is really unfortunate. There's like really a missed opportunity here. You can see it does not turn green. We can place it on here. Now that's actually a good thing that the prop mover got fixed. You can actually now place it anywhere now. So the myth that you can place the prop mover on the item placer is sadly busted. So the next one is the new fireworks flare gun. I saw this in Mustard's video yesterday and was a little bit confused because I didn't see it. It is probably one of the things which actually got removed later because it was not intended to come into creative. But in the weapons you can actually type in the gun name and it will actually find you. For example, if we type in semi-auto, you can find the semi-auto snap. And if we type in firework, you can see that we can only get the fire SMG. And also I think under the blue section there is literally, I looked multiple times through here. It is not here anymore, and it was probably just a mistake adding it to the game. Same with the, I think there's also a saw gun or something. We probably get these two in like a week or two maybe, but probably, again, first BR, then creative. But which means this one is also busted. So the next one I got sent in multiple times, and I think this one has to be real, otherwise so many people wouldn't have it unless they all hacked it in. But there apparently is a new single remote controller, which is like a gray version. And if we scroll down a little bit, we can already see that there's now a gray single remote controller. Before that, it was the green was the last one, A, as you can see one. There was A, B, C, and D, and this one is just single remote. So now we have 5, which is pretty cool. I think we need more of these. Like there's like a lot of people which can use like so many of these. But adding one more is really cool, and I'm really happy that they finally added one. I think that was a pretty simple one to confirm. This next one would perfectly fit to the yesterday's video where I told you guys that there's a little setting which didn't really was listed in the patch notes, and that is if you actually scroll down under the spawn locations to find the spawn pet selection, and you can select between random and near teammates. But apparently there's also new settings in the player spawn, which also were not in the patch notes. And if we quickly look into the player spawn pad, you can see that there's a new setting which is called enemy range check and display enemy range. So if we put this to on and we set whatever range here, like 3 meters, you can see this little ball. And that means basically if a player gets close to it, the players do not spawn on this range. You could technically do this before with like mutator zones and all kinds of stuff. But this obviously makes it a lot easier and actually a lot more versatile to use. I think this is a really good quality of life update, especially for like high intensity gameplay maps where like you don't really want people to spawn like in front of players while they're like fighting or something, which could really hurt the gameplay fun. And I think this is an insanely huge update, and I'm not sure why they didn't list it, which means this one is also confirmed to be true. So the next one is a small one, which was basically also not in the patch notes, but just a quick change here that we now have a few more settings when it comes down to the text size in the billboards. So you now have actually numbers here, kind of like it is with any other like in Word or like Photoshop or whatever. You actually now have like these text sizes instead of just having small, very small, medium, whatever. That's a nice quality of life update again, but again, it was not in the patch notes. For the last one, we have probably the most asked one, that is, can you ride the raptors? So we have the boar over here, which we're gonna just use an example, and then we're gonna try out if the raptor actually works as well. We're gonna tame them with a, if you want to tame them with a channel, all you have to do is basically put a channel like channel 1 on tame, and I think it's a little bit easier than just running after them and trying to catch them. Both of them spawn, that is perfect. Tamed, and this one is tamed as well, so, oh, okay, perfect, we can jump on you, that's good, that's exactly what we want. And can we jump on you? First of all, there's no button to click here. No. And it does not look like we can jump on it. That is a missed opportunity. You can actually also click right on them. Like a lot of you guys told me that is not a thing. You can only write them if you jump on them. There's actually a button to write on them, okay? So you can actually do that. And there's no button here, and we can also not jump on it. And that wraps it up for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and bye.